Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Leeds Lately for the live watch-along of Leeds United versus Leicester City at the King Power Stadium in Leicester. We have loads of people in the chat already, so that's fantastic. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I just had to finish off my tea. We've got Liam B in the chat, Penny Lane, Karen Curtin, Jeff Bass, Rob Bailey, CB, John Garside, all of the excellent regulars who contribute to the chat and make it worthwhile doing these streams. So nice to see you all here. Thank you for joining me. Players are... Oh, excuse me. The players are just out on the pitch now, and I shall put the lineup on the screen. Meslier in goal, great at right back, Rodon, Strauch and Byram. Rodon fit for this one. Ampadu, Kamara, then James, Pirro, Somerville and Georginio in the attacking positions. I'm looking at the screen now on Sky Sports, and Vestergaard does look like he's become an actual like skeletal zombie, which is very strange because he didn't used to look like that. But Leicester's team, Justin Fass, Vestergaard, Ricardo, Cassadai, and Vardy's in there as well, but I kind of didn't finish in time. Our bench, by the way, Darlow, Ayling, Firpo is back. Cooper, Bamford, Anthony, Paveda, Nonto, and Gruev. Okay, let's have a look what's going on here. Rob Bailey saying full strength, excellent. Ever senior Firpo on the bench to bury them at the end. Let's hope so. I mean, I predicted a loss on Joe's stream the other night on the final word, but I'm really hoping for a win. I'm really, really hoping. Let's turn it around and just win the games that we probably shouldn't win for once. Yeah, I'm hoping Rutter does a really good job in there as well. I think we are going to have a minute's silence now. I'll let you know when that starts. Not quite yet. Hope we can bring the tempo well. Yeah, we need to have a fast start, don't we? I had Norwich result last one correct. Oh, yeah, you did have them last couple of results in a row correct, didn't you, Jeff? Minute silence now. Minute silence over here at, I was going to say Filbert Street. That's just around the corner from here. This is the King Power Stadium as the players just get out into their positions now, ready to take on this game. John Crawford asking, hi pal, where's the game showing? It is on Sky Sports tonight. This is Sky Sports main event, Leeds United versus Leicester City. And it's live! Wait, I shouldn't do that probably. It's get copyrighted. Let's just show you again, for anybody who missed it, there is the lineup. And also, link down below, classic football shirts. Use Leeds Lately 10 at checkout for 10% off. There's loads of old Leeds United shirts there, Viduka shirts, and many, many more down there. So, yes, have a look at that and use Leeds Lately 10 at checkout for 10% off. And as well, if you find that you can't put anything in the chat, you will have to hit that big red button as is shown on screen right now, and you'll be able to talk to me and the rest of the gang here at Leeds lately. 5 clean sheets for Millier in the Championship this season so far. Let's hope for another one tonight. Let's just prepare for kickoff. Georginio Rutter standing over the ball, just getting ready to take the kickoff. There we go. Perfect timing. Ampadu with the ball. Plays it over to Pascal Struijk and then back to Illan Meslier. I'm energized for this. I've just recorded another episode of Dream Teams with Lockie, and it was a really, really good laugh. So that'll be out on Wednesday, so go and check that out when it does come out. But tonight, let's concentrate on this game, but I'm stoked for it. And I'm hoping that Leeds United can have a fast start here and get a goal. Vestergaard tries to send that one long, and Rodon chests it down to his compatriot Ampadu, who accidentally puts the ball out of play, and Mavididi is going to step up and maybe take it. Now he's going to pass it back to James Justin, the Leicester left back. Archie Gray just up against Mavididi there. Mavididi's going to have to go back to Justin again. Justin is forced backwards by Ampadu. And then Pirro as well, trying to force Leicester back, and they go all the way back to their goalkeeper, who is actually playing in a central defensive position. The goalkeeper position has changed a lot over the last couple of years, and goalkeepers are asked to play out from the back, just as Somerville blocks the goalkeeper's kick there. And their goalkeeper is actually being asked to play at certain times when they're in possession as almost another centre back to try and help them get the ball up the pitch a little bit more and have more control of it. Ball back to Wout Faes. Faes? I'm going to say Faes. That's what we're going to go for today. I don't know if there's a better pronunciation for that, but I'm pretty sure it's Wout Faes. Harry Winks goes all the way back to the goalkeeper there, and then the goalkeeper tries to go long, but it's pinched by Ampadu, and then inside to Pirro. Pirro in the box! Pirro shoots! Oh, no! Oh, Pirro with an early chance there, and he's blazed it wide. Just... You have to. See, Leeds pressed high there and took the ball off Leicester as trying to play out from the back, and the only player you want in that situation is Pirro, and he's blazed it wide. Come on, Pirro. Come on, Pirro. Let's have another one. Okay, we go again, but it shows that they can be got at when they're trying to play out from the back. And I think they're the sort of side who won't give up playing out from the back, even if they get caught a couple of times. So there's a chance, because they've just been caught again. And now Georginio's in the box, and this time he tries to shoot, but he's tackled. And Leicester are flapping here. Leeds get the ball back through Kamara. Now Dan James, inside the box, tries to get the ball in, but can't at the moment. Goes past his man, tries to go past James Justin, and he's got it out for a Leeds throw-in. Leeds United are knocking on the door in the early stages here because Leicester are really struggling to play out from the back. Rutter's just got to shoot. I think he tried to put it across the face of goal to Dan James there. Pascal Struijk to Sam Byram. Now Somerville. Leeds have learned from that... those games against Southampton and against Norwich, where they started slowly and it didn't really work out for them. Obviously did in the end for Norwich, but they did concede 2 goals in that game. So I think Leeds have learned from that, and they're starting very fast today. That ball's going to stay in as it just rolls down the line towards the Leicester City corner flag. Mavididi's going to try and get out of there, and he's tackled by Dan James. It's going to be actually a throw into Leeds, and Leeds are piling on the pressure here, let me tell you. This will really, really sort of galvanise the Leeds team to say, look, we're in this here. Like, I know it's 4 minutes in, but it's like a real incentive to go, do you know what? If we keep doing this, we're going to score early here. So hopefully that transpires. Ampadu. Yeah, real good start, Rob's saying, absolutely. Rodon has to go back there to Pascal Struijk. Then into Glenn Kamara, who I think has truly earned his position in the team now. I think he's been playing really well. Somerville has to nick that one away and get it back again from Kamara. Somerville in the centre circle, out wide to Archie Gray, who has a little look up and gives it back to Joe Roden. CB saying, I live in Leicester, not far from the ground. Whoever scores, I'll hear the roar. Well, you'll hear it actually before either I say it or the commentary says it on the TV, because obviously there's a delay in real life as well. In real life, there's a delay in the commentary on Sky as well. Dan James cuts inside. He's running towards the Leicester box. Gives it into Glenn Kamara, who goes out wide to Sam Byram. Sam Byram back to Glenn Kamara. Lee's trying to get the ball into the box. Now Sam Byram inside the box. Sam Byram tries to get the ball across. It's blocked here, but he's got the chance to pass it back to Glenn Kamara on the corner of the box, who plays the ball inside to Somerville. Somerville tries to shoot, and that's going to be a Leeds United... It should be a Leeds United corner. Yes, Hermansen couldn't quite keep that in there, so that's going to be a Leeds United corner there. Woo! I haven't had a chance to breathe yet. Come on, Leeds! What a gilt-edge opportunity from and a miss from Pirro. Yeah, absolutely. That early chance. And Rutter as well. He's got to just take it early and try and bend it around the keeper. The goalkeeper's positioning wasn't great. Corner kick about to come in from Crescencio Somerville towards the near post. Headed away this time. Then Archie Gray heads it out wide to Glenn Kamara. Glenn Kamara has to try and keep this ball in here and does really well to do so. Well done there from Glenn Kamara. Keeps the ball and then gives it to Ampadu. Ampadu looking for options. Goes out wide. Now Dan James up against Mavididi on the right-hand side. Dan James trying to go past Mavididi, but he's tackled, and James Justin has to try and deal with this one. He does, but Leeds are there again, and it's going to be a Leicester throw-in this time. That's it. Just as CB saying, smash that like button, please, people. Gets the stream out there to more people. Obviously, we've got a good number of people in here already, but we'd like even more. Get a fantastic chat flowing. James Justin then with the throw-in. Just outside their own box. James Justin passes that one back to Hermansen. Goes to Wout Faes in the right-back position. Then down the line. Now they have to go all the way back to Faes and then all the way back to the goalkeeper again, Hermansen. Then they go out to Ricardo Pereira. Pereira trying to come towards the halfway line and then knocks it across to Vestergaard. Sorry, not Vestergaard, Winks. Should have known Winks is about 4 foot shorter than Vestergaard. Vardy just chips that one over the whole midfield back to his defensive teammate, Wout Faes. Now Cassidy. Matu steps inside, tries to shoot, and then it's blocked by Leeds United. And this is the first time that Leicester have actually got on the ball and had a little bit of possession. Vestergaard now into Ricardo Pereira. Back to Vestergaard. Into Winks and then back to Pereira and then out wide to James Justin, who's looking for some options. Leeds doing well to plug the gaps at the moment. Harry Winks thought about going there and didn't. Now the ball down the line. Fatu cuts inside. Tries to curl it towards the back post. Nearly headed back inside, but it's going to be a corner there, maybe to Leicester, judging by the crowd's reaction. Commentators just saying how Dan James is probably going to have to help Archie Gray with Mavididi today, and he did well in that occasion just to put off Mavididi from heading that one back across the face of goal. Keenan Dewsbury Hall then over this corner kick. Curls in towards the penalty spot. Cleared away by Archie Gray, but only as far as Fatu. Out on the right-hand side. Gives it back to Faes. People say that Winks runs the show for Leicester. Let's see how he does. Yeah, I've got to say I wasn't that impressed with the signing considering what other people were saying about him, but apparently he has been good. He's got an absolute excellent goal the other night, didn't he? But let's hope that we can sort of stifle him and stifle his ability to play through the lines tonight. much as other teams have actually done with us and Ampadu, but a similar sort of role in there. Ball all the way through from Leicester, goes straight to Meslier. Meslier gets his first touches of the ball as he can roll that one out to Joe Rodon then, I'm assuming. Oh, he actually gives it into Ampadu, who comes short for it, and then Strauch. Strauch into Glenn Kamara. Glenn Kamara turns on it and gives it out wide to Sam Byram. Sam Byram has to go back to Strauch, and then Strauch's going to go across to Joe Rodon, but it's just opened up a little bit of space to Leeds to play. Rodon has to go back to face. Face. I'll try face for a bit, and then if I don't like it, I'll go back. Meslier. Ampadu with a long ball forward to Byram. That is exactly what you love to see. Byram breaking into the box, looking for options. Oh, tries to get it back to Somerville, but it's cut out by Ricardo Pereira, and he's able to clear it. But good vision there from Ampadu. Great run from Sam Byram, and Leeds nearly were in then. Ampadu now. Archie Gray has to go back to Rodon here. Now Rodon back to Meslier and then out wide to Pascal Strauch on the opposite side. Now Joe Rodon carries the ball forward, plays a ball, lovely ball down the line to Archie Gray. Archie Gray against James Justin, and James Justin's knocked that one out for a Leeds throw-in near the corner flag there. So a chance for Leeds to either get the ball in the box or try and fashion a way to get the ball in the box off the ground. Ethan Ampadu, most times possession won in the Championship this season. These are statistics that have just flashed up. Leeds have just won a corner there. Good little bit of play by Leeds, just forcing the defender to knock that one out, and it's going to be a Leeds corner. Not that we're great at corners, but let's hope that Sam Byram comes up with one like he did in one of our first games. Ampadu, that ball to Byram was unbelievable, and Byram did really well to just take it down and have a look up, but he just couldn't get it to Pereira because Pereira read it. It's pronounced Fass. Right, okay. Ball into the box, headed away. Somerville into Kamara, about halfway inside the Leicester half, and then going back towards the halfway line. Now Somerville with the ball. Goes across to Archie Gray. Into Pirro's feet. Then Ampadu. Ampadu goes back to Rodon. Somerville, Strauch and Pirro. Fans just singing that at the moment. Oh, Strauch nearly with a really good ball through to Sam Byram. I wondered, Dale Steele saying, I wondered why Leeds kept going for Kamara. Now I know why. He doesn't lose the ball ever. Yeah, he's a very tidy player, isn't he? He's, I always used to say this about Adam Forshaw. He barely ever lost the ball. Somerville's just won the ball back really well there. Good tackle there from Harry Winks. And now Ampadu picks it up, though. Out wide to Byram. We'll talk about Kamara in a second. Here he is on the ball. Back to Ampadu and then back to Strauch again. Yeah, I think Kamara's really good as well because he's a more mobile version of Adam Forshaw. He's very good at keeping the ball, but he's more mobile, so he can get forward, he can get back, and he can help in those attacking phases as well, whereas Adam Forshaw couldn't really commit to that because he wouldn't really be able to get back again. Leeds have just lost the ball through Georginio Rutter, and now Dewsbury Hall charges into the Leeds United half. Mavridi's outside him and goes past Rutter. Now Archie Gray's going to have to try and stop the ball into the box, goes through everyone, and has gone out for a throw-in on the opposite side. Ampadu's awareness is of who is around him is so good. Rad Music Chat is saying, absolutely, yeah. He's always scanning. And now when you look at top Premier League players or top world football players, one of the biggest differences is the amount of times they scan, right? And just simply scanning is just checking the shoulder, checking the shoulder, checking the shoulder. And you see somebody like De Bruyne, when he's about to receive the ball, he checks his shoulder, 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 then receives it. He does it like 5 times before receiving the ball. The masters of it were Xavi and Iniesta. who always checked the shoulders constantly to see who was around him, because the game is evolving and ever changing, isn't it? Ampadu's excellent at checking his shoulders and just scanning constantly, looking from side to side. You can see it now. If you just watch Ampadu solely for a minute, he just looks, he's looking at Winks, then he's looking at Dewsbury Hall, then he's thinking, right, I need to go towards the ball. Then he's going back and he's scanning, he's seeing where his defenders are, he's looking left and right and just checking all the time. So just watch Ampadu for 30 seconds and you'll see how many times he looks left and right. He's excellent at it, and it seems such a simple thing, but he's he's so good at that, and that's what gives him that spatial awareness. Rob Bailey saying Kamara had lots of practice keeping the ball against sides that hang back, given possessions, i.e. Scotland's 2-team league. Yeah, I know what you mean. And yeah, he's has lots of practice at that, hasn't he? And that will have refined his craft of just holding onto the ball and making sure you don't get counter-attacked upon. And yes, I will call you Ben from now on. As I'm referring to Rad Music Chat, I will call you Ben. Just like we do with Rob, who's got his name as Ice Ice Bailey. We know he's called Rob. Now, let's get back to the game. Goalkeeper has the ball now for Leicester City. Now out to Vestergaard. Now Vestergaard into Ricardo Pereira, who seems to be almost playing as a holding midfielder today, but I think he just tucks inside when they're on the attack. Now the ball headed through from Keenan Dewsbury Hall. Mavididi was the closest one to it, but it rolled straight through to Meslier, and he's able to pick that one up. You can only hear the Leeds. Well, what's changed? Yeah, he's probably a great driver as he checked the mirrors all the time. Now Joe Rodon. Out wide to Dan James. Dan James' ball inside is cut out, but Leeds nearly bring that back, but they don't. Now Mavididi shows why he's been so good this season, but Kamara shows why he's been so good too and takes the ball away. Now the ball is been set to Somerville. Somerville approaching the box. Somerville gets inside the box, tries to fashion an opportunity for a shot, but can't. And now Georginio Rutter looks for a chance, shoots, and it's just very tame and rolls into the goalkeeper's gloves there. Very good defending from Leicester City. Nothing like how they defended last season. James Justin strides forward over the halfway line. Dan James can't quite get there, and Ampadu's going to have to follow his man, whilst Archie Gray goes out wide to pick up Mavididi. Mavididi comes inside and gets the ball to Dewsbury Hall, but it hits Dewsbury heels, and he can't quite get into the box. Ampadu tried to get him away, and he had to retain possession, but keep going backwards there, Dewsbury Hall. So Leicester have possession again. Yeah, I think Kamara is one of those players who, if you put him in a 100-meter sprint, he wouldn't be that great. But if you put him in a 10-meter sprint, he's over the first 5 meters, he's so quick to set off. So yeah, we'll try and beat Leicester, the goalie versus striker, but no promises, because they're a very, very good team, and there's a reason that they're that high up the table. Meslier now rolls it out to Pascal Struijk. Meslier. Now Rodon. Now Ampadu out to Struijk. Need to finish these chances, Ryan saying. Absolutely, we've created a few good chances so far, haven't we? And this might be another one as Dan James plays the ball out to the corner flag on the left-hand side, where Somerville has won, I think, a throw-in there against Fatawu. Daniel Farker, 78 wins from 152 championship games as manager. I think that's a 78% win percentage, it says. Hi, Diggler. Welcome to the chat. I didn't mention you before. Oh, Georginio broke into the box there and believes that he was fouled, but the referee didn't give anything. I'll have to see that one back. He turned his man really well there, and I think Cassidy and Jorginho's feet get a bit twisted up there, and I don't know if Cassidy might have stepped on Rutter's heels. I'd like to see that from another angle and a bit slower, to be honest, because I still can't tell whether it was a penalty or not. We shouldn't need a penalty. We should actually probably be 2-0 up. with the chances that we've had. Oh, Georginio Rutter's tackled the goalkeeper there, and he's still managed to get the ball away, though, and now the ball's with Fatu on the right-hand side. Looking for options, and Strout comes in with a good, strong tackle, and then Pirro gets the ball to Georginio, and now the ball through to Somerville. Somerville against Fast, and it's going to be offside there. But again, Leeds pressing Leicester, and they do not like it. They are getting caught out quite a lot here, Leicester. Oh, I think he stepped on his heel there, Cassidy. I think he stood on the back of Georginio's heels. I still can't see from that angle. Bloody hell, I've seen 5 angles and it's hard to... No wonder the ref got it wrong, to be fair. Because, oh, yeah. You still can't tell with all those replays, so... He must have felt his heel be clipped, because you wouldn't just fall over if you were heading towards goal. Winks into Dewsbury Hall and back to James Justin again. Leeds having the most joy actually just pressing Leicester and winning the ball in those high positions rather than any of the sort of build-up play. Got 97 people in the chat now. Can we get that like total up to at least 50? It's only 3 of you need to like it. But again, let me just mention as well, actually, I forgot to mention, if a goal goes in and I haven't reacted to it, don't put it in the chat, okay? At either end, if a goal goes in, don't put it in the chat because I won't have seen it. So just, yeah, just be aware of that. I don't want to fake a reaction. I want to react to it naturally. Somerville nearly goes through there, but it's tackled well, and now Kamara picks it up. Kamara looking tricky, going this way and that, and then giving the ball back to Ampadu. Leeds now trying to have to break down Leicester here, but they look very solid as a defensive line. When you look at them, they look very organised. You can see Pirro at the top of the picture just sort of floating between the lines, waiting for an opportunity to spring here. Kamara into Somerville. Somerville tries to turn the corner but can't, and now Fatu will have a chance to come away, and Sam Byram's going to bring him down there. He may get himself a yellow card. I think he's just going to have a word with him there, and then next time it's going to be a yellow card for Sam Byram because he did stop a counter-attack there. Or counter-attack. Referee's just having a word with Sam Byram there because Fatu would have been breaking there. Didn't do much really other than just put a bit of a hand on the shoulder and just give enough pressure to make him go down. Hi, Ryan. Welcome to the chat, mate. Now Fass. Out to Cassidy. Now Cassidy into Fatu on the right-hand side, the number 18 for Leicester City. Back to Ricardo Pereira, who, like I said, is almost playing a holding midfield role, even though he's a right-back. Now Vestergaard. Back to Fass. We have been wasteful, Lewis, you're right. We need to put away one of these chances. Pirro should have scored instantly, but ball out wide from Fatu to Mavididi. But it wasn't a great pass, so it was a bit behind him, and it's took the momentum out of their move. Winks back to Vestergaard. Now to James Justin. Inside, and then Leeds nearly win the ball, but Harry Winks just slips away, and it's going to be a free kick because Ethan Ampadu just pulled on his shirt a little bit. Now Kieran Dewsbury Hall heading towards the box. Gets the ball into Cassidy. Out wide to Fatu. He's inside the box. Fatu tries to curl it towards the back post, and Mavididi's there to pick it up. Gives it to the edge where Winks can chip it into the box. Pushing the back there surely on Joe Rodon, and Joe Rodon's calling for it, and the ball eventually dropped to Meslier in the end. But if that had been a goal, I'd have been fuming because it's just a clear push in the back from Jamie Vardy on Joe Rodon. Yeah. Sorry, but you can't do that because it stops Joe Rodon being able to get the ball. He just nudges him just enough to put him off getting the chance to head the ball away there. Jamie Vardy on Joe Rodon. So you've got to look out for that one, ref, please, because that is a foul, and if they score from it, it'll be very irritating. Kamara into Byram, and then back to Pascal Strauchen. Then Rodon. Into Gray. Gray down the line for Dan James. Dan James going to try and get the ball in the box. It's flicked on, but it's still in the box and headed away for a corner to Leeds United from Fatawu that time. Archie Gray and Dan James linking up really well there. Good ball into the box, but it just took a flick from Vestergaard to take it away from Georginio and Pirro, and it's going to be a Leeds United corner. Corner comes in from Somerville towards the penalty spot, punched away by Hermansen. Picked up by Dan James, though. Dan James against Fatawu, and he's going to go all the way back to Archie Gray. And Archie Gray is going to go to Kamara, and Leeds are going to have to try to get the ball forward again here. But going back so far has meant that Leicester can come up and play a very high line again. And Leeds are going to have to try then to start breaking it down. Good ball, though, from Sam Byram out wide to Somerville. Somerville up against Jamie Vardy, of all people. Cuts inside, tries to shoot, and it's blocked this time by Ricardo Pereira, who's having a really good game in there defensively. Here he is again on the ball. Tries to play the ball out wide, and Ampadu, I must have cursed him because Ampadu picked it up. And now Kamara's ball to Somerville, and it's just beyond him, and Somerville couldn't pick it up. Who is Leicester's normal keeper? It's this guy. They signed him in the summer, I think, and he's been really good for them. Sam Byram is going to get a yellow card now, and that's worrying because it's only 25 minutes in. He's going to have to be careful here, Sam Byram, because it's only 25 minutes in and he's picked up a card. He just seems a step off the pace defensively, Sam Byram. He just misses the ball and takes down Fatawu, and he's got himself a yellow card early on there. Yellow card for Byron, paving the way for Firpo to enter the game. Yeah, I didn't think about that, Rob, to be fair. Good shout. Well, not a good shout because I'm not sure I want that to happen, but yeah, it is mad that, innit, that the commentators just said that Byron played with Archie Gray's dad, Andy, when he first came through at Leeds. Mad. Ball out wide to Fatawu on the right-hand side. He's trying to drive down the right and look for an option to get the ball inside. Faced with Sam Byram. Gets past him and chips the ball across, and then Pascal Strauch blocks it, and then Sam Byram can clear up to the halfway line where it's gone to Wout Faes, and he's going to let that go for a throw-in. And he goes back to Vestergaard. JT will be foaming at the mouth to see Firpo. I still can't tell whether he was joking about his love for Firpo. I still cannot tell. Jamie Vardy into Ricardo Pereira. Then to Dewsbury Hall, who spreads the play out wide to Mavididi. Mavididi goes back to James Justin. Justin has to go back as Leeds defend that run from Mavididi well. Ball out wide from Vestergaard into Fatawu. Leeds have got numbers back here, but they need to be careful. Faes over the halfway line. Gets it into Winks. Winks tries to play the ball, and Leeds are able to take that one away. Georginio now with the ball. Georginio with a great ball down the line to Somerville. Somerville tries to take it inside Faes, but Faes blocks it and then gets the ball back off the goalkeeper. That's gross, Rob. That is really gross. Cassidy. Now Winks. Little outside of the foot pass into Vestergaard. I mean, he could have just used his left foot there. He's trying to show off. Now Dewsbury Hall drives forward. Tries to get the ball out wide to Fatawu, who's up on the edge of the box. He's going to try and fashion a chance to shoot here. Cassidy takes a touch backwards, which allows Leeds to force Leicester back a little bit and play a higher line now. Rodon, I can see him controlling the line from where he is, making sure that anything that goes over the top of them will be offside. Leeds do well there through Archie Gray to stop Mavididi getting into the box there on the wing, and it's going to go out for a Leeds United goal kick. It's been quite even, to be honest. Leeds had a very good start, Jeff. Leeds had a very, very good start, and then Leicester have come into the game a lot more since. Ball to Joe Rodon. Joe Rodon out wide to Dan James. Dan James with a chance to break here. Dan James with the ball right across the box. It's gone over everyone, and it's going to be a throw-in on the opposite side. It's a good break from Leeds, and Dan James obviously has overhit that cross, but the idea's there. Ricardo Pereira to take the throw-in. Still hasn't taken it. Ref, why is he taking so long? Now throws it into Fatu and then tries to get it back, but Leeds nearly make a tackle there in a good high position, but Leicester have the ball. Now Winks driving through the Leicester City half. Link, for some reason, I always thought Winks was really slow, but he seemed like he was quite quick then carrying the ball. Now Leicester. Ricardo Pereira back to Wout Faes. Beyond the Leeds centre circle here, side of the centre circle here. The lineup certainly can, my good friend CB. There you go. There is the lineup. If anybody wants that at any point, just ask me. It's just a push of a button. So if you want to see the lineup again, just give me a shout and I'll press it. Wout Faes into Ricardo Pereira, and then Cassidy back to Dewsbury Hall, who's going to try and spread the play out wide to Mavididi. Now Archie Gray and Dan James doubling up on him, but he's gone past both of them. Tries to get the ball in the box, and it's blocked by Rodon and straight into the gloves of Meslier. What do Leicester have on the bench? I'm not actually 100% sure, to be honest. I can find out for you. I can make it bigger, but I'll make it bigger for next time because I can't do that now without making the screen go black. I could do it at half time if you want, actually. I'm trying to find the lineup. On the bench, they have Stolarcic, Cody, Sutar, Chowdhury, Albrighton, McAteer, Marcel, Iheanacho, and Daka. Dewsbury Hall feels like he was fouled there, but it's nothing. Nothing's been given, and now Glenn Kamara has the ball into Georginio's feet. Georginio plays a lovely ball out wide to Somerville, but it just goes beyond him, and it's gone to Hermansen. I can change it. Let me change it now for you. The screen will just go black for a second, so just so you know. There you go. There you go. That better? That's as big as I could really make it without covering myself. Said the vicar to the bishop. Who are our subs? Firpo, Cooper, Bamford, Nonto. Oh, ball right across the box there from Leicester. 1 second. Now Mavididi on the left-hand side up against Archie Gray. Good tackle there by Archie Gray. It's going to go out for a Leicester City throw-in. Who are our subs? So let me just... Oh, yeah, Paveda as well. Let me just find it for you and I can read them out. So our bench is Darlow, Ayling, Firpo, Cooper, Gruev, Anthony, Paveda, Nonto, Bamford. There you go. James Justin. Ball back across the halfway line to Vestergaard, who's going to spray a long ball out wide to Fatu. Flicks it over Byram's head and manages to go down the line. Byram's still there, though, against him. Tries to shoot. Oh my God, he hits the bar. What a goal that would have been. Oh, my timer's gone wrong. Right, I'll change it in a second, but we're on the counter-attack. Rutter with the ball through to Somerville. Somerville through on goal. Surely that's a penalty. Surely that's a penalty. Somerville was through on goal. Ricardo Pereira now carrying the ball forward. This game is end to end. I'm going to try and change the timer quickly. Oh, bloody hell. It's gone back to the start again. I'm just trying to change the timer. Sorry about this. Oh, I'm sorry, but... We're just going to have to leave it at that for now. It's going to be a minute behind. It's going to be a minute behind. Let's just... Let's just concentrate on the game, and the second half timer will be right. It's about 30 seconds behind, but we're not. I'm on time. 35, 39, 40, 41, 42. That's where we are. Okay. Vestergaard. That would have been probably one of the goals of the season from Fatawu if he'd have pulled that off. He hit the bar. Now Vestergaard. Into James Justin. Justin's ball cut out there by Rodon. Dan James wins the flick on. And Vestergaard's going to go all the way back to Hermansen, the goalkeeper. Byron being made to look like Ayling by the Leicester wing. He's very good and tricky, isn't he? And I think on the other side as well, I think Archie Gray is going to struggle a little bit as well if Dan James doesn't come back and help him out. Apparently that was a nudge on Fatawu by Sam Byram there. Somerville's at full tilt on that chance where it could have been a penalty, and he was just slightly pulled back by Ricardo Pereira. But I don't know if it's enough for a penalty, but it's probably enough to knock you off balance. So it's just like an annoying middle ground. I don't need to see the replay of Fatawu's crossbar hit. I need to see the actual game going on, please. Daniel Farker's just got a yellow card, apparently. Welcome, Raven. Mavadidi now. Cuts across the pitch and tries to get the ball to Fatawu, but this time Byram picks it up. And then Somerville does really well to get the ball back to Byram, and then Byram to Kamara. Kamara holds off Cassidy really well. Cassidy's fouling him all the time there. Cheating boy. Just careful not to swear. Be great to get a goal before half time. Yes, it absolutely would. And I think we should have scored 2 in the first sort of 10 minutes. And since, it's become a very even game. Melier with the ball to Rodon. Then Rodon tries to clip it down the line, but it's going to go out for... Oh, a Leeds throw-in. I don't know what Farker got his yellow card for. I thought all coasts in Australia had sunshine. He went wild at the penalty, right? Wout Fass. Ball back to Hermansen in the Leicester City goal. Plays out to Winks and then forward to Vardy, who tries to go all the way back. And you can see how Vardy doesn't quite fit in a team like this with that bad pass there. Yeah, I think Patson Daka will come on at some point for Vardy, won't he? Archie Gray into the box to Joel Pirot. It's going to be a corner kick, surely. Oh, it's been given as a goal kick. Oh, Parag Marathe is there. Or Marate, sorry. With Eddie Gray in the director's box. Ball forward from Vestergaard, cut out by Rodon there. But it's only gone to Cassidy, who's headed it back to Ricardo Pereira, who's gone all the way back to Vestergaard. 0-0 at this stage is okay. Yeah, you're right, it is. But it's just given the chances that we had early on, if we'd have took one of them, which we probably should have done. Fatu, Byram needs to be careful not to foul him again. Ball goes out wide to Mavididi this time. Mavididi up against Archie Gray, and Dan James is helping him here. Then the ball clipped over by Dewsbury Hall and then flicked around a little bit and then headed away by Joe Rodon. Back to Mavididi again. Mavididi goes back to Harry Winks, inside to Fatu. Fatu's going to shoot and way over the bar there. Mellier's having a strong word with some of his defenders there. To be fair, the penalty shouts would have been very soft. They would, yeah. You just feel that you think Somerville probably should have been stronger and so should... But I genuinely think on the other one, I think he must have stood on the back of Georginio's heel. Sam Byram now can't commit to things he probably would have committed to before. Now he's on a yellow card, so you feel like he's going to have to come off at some point. Mavididi up against Gray. Goes past him, gets the ball clipped into the box. It goes to the edge of the box, and then Fatu slips, and then Kamara again doesn't give the ball away, gives it to Somerville, and now Somerville breaks. It's 2-on-3 here. 2 Leeds players, 3 Leicester players. Ball through to Georginio. Georginio keeps it in, but only manages to flick it straight to the Leicester City goalkeeper. But good counter-attack there from Leeds, but probably quite well defended there from Leicester. Cassidy tried to flick that one over his head, but it's bounced all the way out. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in halfway inside the Leicester City half. They've been far from convincing coming out from the... I think they're not used to people actually coming to the King Power Stadium and... Oh, Kamara just gave the ball away for the first time. I think they're not used to somebody actually just coming to their stadium and pressing them and actually full-on putting the pressure on. He's very good, though, Wout Fass, isn't he? He's been defending very well. I think the goalkeeper and Vestergaard are probably the ones that are a little bit worrying playing out from the back. And then another area where I think we can get at them is the fact that Ricardo Pereira is playing in holding midfield and not in his right-back position. So there's probably a lot of space down that left-hand side for us, which is probably why Somerville's had more joy than what Dan James has. Hope we get to 0-0 at half-time. I hope we get to us 1-0 up at half-time. That'd be great if we could score just before half-time. Meslier, long ball forward here to Somerville. Ricardo Pereira is there that time to head it out. And it's going to be a Leeds United throw-in. Sam Byram to take. Fewest touches this match, 8 for Joel Pirot. Oh, nice little flick on by Georginio there for Somerville, but it was cleared away. Now Archie Gray out wide to Dan James. Now Glenn Kamara does really well to stay on his feet and keep hold of the ball there. Gives it to Ampadu. Ampadu's going to shoot. Good shot. Wide of the target. Yeah, it's just bending away from goal, that strike from Ampadu. But the idea is there. It's not the end of the world having a shot like that, because in a game like this, that can be what it takes to really open things up. A strike from distance. Hermansen now. He's going to pass it into Vestergaard, and now Vestergaard out wide to Justin. Now Justin tries to ping that ball down the line and cut out there by Ampadu, and then Kamara gets it. Does really well there. Kamara's having an excellent game. Now Dan James up against James Justin, tries to go past him. I think he feels like he was brought down there maybe, but he's not complaining too much, and I think it was just a bit of a slip. I'm just waiting for your excited build-up voice to turn into shouts of goal. My heart sinks every time. Yeah, so does mine. Rob saying, I suspect that Leicester might be happy to get a draw, sit back a touch and try to hurt us on the flanks on the break. I get that, yeah, because they are so far ahead already. If an extra point against Leeds, rather than going out and try and win and accidentally losing the game, a point would probably be a good result for them, and then go and beat the teams that they're meant to beat. I couldn't think of the words there, but the ball's to Somerville. Somerville's apparently offside. He was in the box there, Somerville bearing down on goal, but he's offside, according to the linesman. That's going to be half-time then. That is going to be half-time. If you thinking that we need any substitutions or anything general about the game, put that down in the chat now. I'm just going to go and fill my water bottle up because I didn't have it before the game, and this has been a game where I've had to talk a lot, so my voice is hurting a little bit. So I will be back as soon as I can. Get some score predictions, substitutions you might want to see, improvements that you might want to see, talking points. Get them in the chat, and we'll talk about them when I get back. Whew, I'm back. I'm not going to put my headphones on yet. I'm going to give my ears a bit of a rest. Who's Joe? Any thoughts on halftime subs, Joe? I'm assuming you're talking to me. My name's Max. I'm not Joe. That's the other guy. Just Joe Football Show. But halftime subs, let's show you the team so far. Byram is on a yellow card. So as much as I hesitate to think that Firpo should be the player that comes on, I worry that he's going to make another foul on Fatawu and that he's going to get sent off. So I feel like we may have to swap him for somebody else. Raven Australia saying, great commentary, thank you very much. Sticks, given that Leeds are playing man-to-man and pressing, I think having Bamford on the pitch might help. I don't know if we're necessarily playing man-to-man, but we certainly are pressing, and Bamford, that is one of his strong points, isn't it? And Joel Pirro, we've seen in the first half, he only had 8 touches, I think. So we've seen that he hasn't really been able to become that effective. And you have Joel Pirro on the pitch because he's one of the best strikers of the ball, or one of the best strikers, one of the best goal scorers in the Championship. And when he gets a chance like he did really early on there, he has to score it. Otherwise, why is he on the pitch? And so it is, I don't know, it's kind of slightly worrying. I don't know. Bamford's had good games against Leicester before, hasn't he? When he banged that one in the top corner. And so it'll be interesting to see, but I think he'll leave it as it is for now. But I do think that certainly at some point I would like to see Sam Byram not get a red card, so he probably will have to come off. Matthew Ferrugia is saying, excellent half, more of the same needed. Kamara's been phenomenal, agreed. I think Kamara's been really good. I think he's only given the ball away once, and I think he's been excellent. Fast knows what his Somerville is trying to do every time he goes inside. Would like him to mix it up a little bit more and get more joy. Yeah, I think if he took it, because he goes inside all the time and he's sort of set that precedent now, Fass is expecting it every time. So I think if he does go outside and somebody like Georginio or Pirro makes a run inside and can get the cut back, that could be a good opportunity to mix things up and get a goal off it. For me, Pirro has to hit the ball first time. And yeah, exactly. I think we're actually going to see the replay of it now. The ball just goes straight to... straight to Pirro there, and then bang. But no, he takes an extra touch, and he's just got to put that in the top corner there. He really has. Bamford screamer incoming 90th minute. Kamara and Ampadu have both been excellent. Yes, they have. I agree with that. Rob saying he would bring on Nonto for Somerville, 65-70. Dan James will be the first sub for Anthony. Matt Leeds saying, I want Byram to stay on. Firpo will get cooked. He will, but then... do we want Byram on a red card and missing a game? Because that means we have to have Firpo for an entire game. So it's the trade-off. Liam B saying, I can't see Farker making any subs. He won't make any subs at half-time, I don't think. But certainly I think he'll make some a bit later on. Because I think his subs have been decent recently. But it's just that he kind of needs to... I don't know. I feel like he might need to protect Byram in this case. Firpo might be that little bit more athletic. Would make me nervous though. Yeah, I just defensively is going to be the issue, isn't it? A load of fireworks going off me. I don't think it's at the King Power ground. Yeah, I think there's fireworks going off near me as well. I think my dog's scared, so. Firpo loves an early card too, yeah. Yeah, but then Firpo's never had it. Has he had one red card now? He always got a yellow card and then just knew how to not get a second one. Thank you very much, Karen, for the donation there. I really, really appreciate that. Thanks so much. That'll go into my birthday money as it's my birthday this weekend on Sunday. Remember the 5th of November, because it's my birthday. And I'm hoping for a really good result to make it a good birthday weekend against Leicester. But if we lose, then I'm going to be sad. So let's hope we win. Handball late last year. Oh, yeah. But before that, he'd always managed to get a yellow and then never get a red. Thanks, CB. Appreciate it. Thanks, Karen. Calling it Frantic Friday, Sky Sports, this game. Leicester don't look like a team that's running away with this league, but that I think, Liam, is because Leeds are the only team, maybe Ipswich as well, that can actually... Well, no, in terms of quality, Leeds are the only team, maybe Southampton as well, who can actually match Leicester in terms of quality of player on the pitch. And certainly in the attacking third, Leeds have got some excellent players, and so have Leicester. And the way that we play as well, the fact that we're actually coming out and attacking them, most teams won't do that, so that's why they'll beat most teams. But we're the only ones who are sort of good enough to do that against them. We could go back 3 to avoid Firpo on the pitch, bring in Nonto, Poveda and Bamford. Yeah, but I feel like playing a back 3 like centre-backs against those really quick wingers is going to be a bit of an issue for us, and we're going to struggle. Thanks, Penny. Appreciate it. Thanks, Paul. What about subbing out Byron for someone more offensive? Someone who makes risky jokes and stuff. Risky for sure, but it worked out last time. I guess the question is, how hard should we push for the win? Well, Firpo kind of is that more offensive option, isn't he, really? That's kind of where he comes in, Firpo. And I think he struggles defensively, and against somebody like Fatawu, I think he's going to really struggle. You can see how they'd struggle though on AFCON, Africa Cup of Nations, because they've got some really good African players in their squad, and when they all go, they might be a little bit short-staffed in terms of good players for the first team. We've seen Firpo have some bad games. That's what people forget. Firpo will do well in this league, just needs to stay fit. Yeah, I think he could possibly do well in this league, but I just don't think against somebody like Leicester with the quality of wingers that they've got, I feel like that's where it kind of falls down then. Byram is the first one he takes off around about the 70 minutes. Well, hopefully we're 2-0 up by then. I can't see it, to be honest. We just need the bloody game to come back on now. Have any of you, just out of interest, did any of you catch the Dream Teams episode with Jer? Thanks, Alison. Did any of you catch the Dream Teams episode that I did with Jer about his favourite ever Leeds players, and he put them into a team, and we talked about it for about 40 minutes and stuff. Oh, CB, did you enjoy it, guys? What did you think of it? Because obviously it's going to become a series now. I feel like I just wasn't uploading anything midweek, and I wanted to put out some more content for people, and I thought it would be a good format to sort of talk about Leeds, but just take away from current Leeds and all the sort of stress of the championship season and stuff, and just talk about good memories and stuff. So I really enjoyed doing it, and people seem to like it. I've just recorded one just before this game with Lockie as well, so that'll be coming out next Wednesday. So look out for that one as well. So yeah, it'll be good. Am I buffering apparently? Thanks everyone who's saying you enjoyed it and stuff. Rob saying I never knew the guy from Breaking Bad was Irish. I think a few people did say that actually, and I think a few people did say that in Joe's stream that we were doing the other week. Yeah, hold on a sec. Open widget. Oh, apparently my stream status is poor. Let me just refresh this for a second as it's half time. It doesn't really matter. Is it okay now? I'm still getting it saying that the stream's not very healthy. Thanks, Paul. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I got the idea from James Alcott. I don't know if you know James Lawrence Alcott. He does he's a QPR fan, but he does general football content, a lot of tactical stuff, and yeah, really good videos. And he's done dream teams where it's just like of all time, any players ever. Yes, he's back to excellent connection, it says. And I asked him, and I said, look, I'm thinking of doing this series, but just centering it around Leeds. Are you okay with it? Whatever. He said, yeah, he's happy for that. So his series is what inspired it, really. And yeah, I think Lockie's episode was really good and really funny as well. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing them, and obviously when we've got international breaks and stuff, it'll be a chance to have something to still upload and to still watch on the channel midweek. So yeah, I'm glad people have enjoyed it. I just wanted to get sort of a general feeling from people. I just got an advert of Rocky running up the stairs. Paul Lucas saying it was a great show. Mine would be Nigel Martin, Mel Sterland, Ian Hart, Chris White, Radaby, Batty, Bowyer, Strachan, Speed, Cantona, and Hasselbank. Yeah, it's like it's weird, isn't it? Because everybody's is different based on just who they loved watching at the time. The new one's not out yet, CB. Sorry, I recorded it tonight. It'll be out on Wednesday. I'll be uploading them every Wednesday. But yeah, it's interesting how everybody's will be different because it's favourite players, not best players. So it's like somebody that you really liked. He could have actually been pretty crap, but you really liked him and the commitment he showed or whatever, and how he always tried his best. And that might be your reasoning for really liking a player. And yeah, so it can be anything really. Players are heading out back onto the pitch again now, by the way. Let's put the old headphones back on. Joel Pirro heading back out onto the pitch to take up his position for the second half, and Georginio Rutter as well. Getting ready for this second half. As Jamie Vardy prepares to take the kickoff. Let me just get up the... I'll tell you what, I can give you the lineup as well. We're getting ready for the second half now. Just about to kick off. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Second half underway at the King Power Stadium in Leicestershire. And Leeds hoping to try and slightly narrow the gap between themselves and their opponents this evening, Leicester City. Ball with Jamie Vardy, and he goes back to Wout Faes. Now Strauch picks up that ball and gets the ball inside to Kamara. Then Strauch and Somerville. Out wide to Sam Byram. Sam Byram goes past his man. Sam Byram cuts towards the box, tries to get the ball to Kamara and does. Now Somerville cutting inside, having a look for options. Gives the ball to Ampadu. Ampadu clips that one back out to Kamara again. Kamara chests it down. Out on the left-hand side in the left wing position. Now back to Ampadu inside. Ampadu looking for some options here. Nice little reverse pass, but nobody was on the same wavelength as him there, and Leicester have managed to pick up the ball. Back to James Justin, and then Dewsbury Hall with the ball. Back to James Justin, and then all the way back to Hermansen, and they're going to try and play out from the back here. Bloody hell, 86 likes and only 68 people in the chat. People must have left at half time. But we're back underway, and we should get people back again. because we're going to win this game. Come on, Leeds. Strauch seems to be playing a bit higher up here, you know, coming and getting the ball. Now Somerville on the edge of the box. Somerville tries to go out wide to Pirro. Pirro tries to go across the box, and he feels like that came off a Leicester player and went out for a corner there. I think it might have hit the hand of a player actually there. Now Mavididi running at the Leeds defence and has to go back there as Kamara comes back and hounds him away from the defence. Now Fatawu out on the right-hand side. Down the line for Cassidy. Cassidy tries to get it in the box and Strauch is able to chest that one down and clear it, but only as far as Harry Winks. Harry Winks back out to Fatawu on the right-hand side. Now the ball back to Fast, just behind the halfway line. Now Ricardo Pereira and back to Valfas again. Ball into Winks. Winks out wide to Fatawu. Fatawu looking for options, cuts the ball across the box, and Pascal Strauch again is there to clear that one away. Pascal Strauch having a good game defensively today. Or tonight, this evening, should I say. It's now 9:10 here, UK local time. Ricardo Pereira is going to take this throw in. Let's hope we have the same start as the first half, yeah. I think it might already be a bit late for that because Leicester are sort of prepared for it. Ball down the line from Sam Byron from the throw-in, but the ball's only gone to Dewsbury Hall. And now the pass from Mavididi wasn't very good. And Pirro, I think he tackled himself there, Pirro, but somehow managed to get the ball back and then he's fouled. And wins Leeds a free kick. I think they're going to give this to Strauch. Yeah, I don't think it would have been a penalty for that handball. It was too close to him. Never had time to move his hand. And his hands were by his side as well, actually. Meslier goes to Rodon with the ball. Rodon clips it over the halfway line towards Georginio, but doesn't make him. And now Pirro wins the ball. Then Dan James into Somerville. Into Georginio. Georginio into Somerville. Somerville can't quite take the ball with him. So unlucky there because that's a really good bit of play from Leeds and Somerville just couldn't take the ball with him and ended up getting tackled there. Now Dewsbury Hall into Cassidy on the halfway line. Goes out wide to Fatawu. Fatawu up against Byram and Kamara. He's got options inside. I think he's going to have to go backwards here because Leeds have set up a good line. Jorginho's touch is just freakish at times. It is, and his ability to just get his head up and play a lovely ball round the corner for Somerville is really, really good. It's a good counter-attacking tool, and we need to use it. Dan James cutting in towards the halfway line. Dan James with a good ball over the top, and then not quite get into his man, Archie Gray. And now Dewsbury Winks with a chance to get the ball to Fatawu on the halfway line on the right-hand side by the technical areas. He drives into the Leeds United half. Tries to go past Byram, but Byram's defended him really well this time. Now Kamara inside to Dan James, who's almost taking up a holding midfield role at the moment. And then Sam Byram back to Rodon. Ampadu now with the ball. Into Kamara. Now Dan James driving into the Leicester half. Out wide to Somerville. And he's going to make himself an option in the middle. He's got three options in the middle here, Somerville. He just needs to be able to get the ball. And he goes past Fast, gets the ball across the box, and it's cleared away by Ricardo Pereira. It's going to be another Leeds corner. Yeah, you're right there, Rob, as well. I think Byram's learning how to defend against... he's learning how to defend against Fatawu here. Pascal Strauch coming up for this corner, I think. If you've ever seen The Incredibles and how the Omnidroid, as Mr. Incredible fights it, learns his fighting style and learns how to fight him, that's what Sam Byram's doing to Fatawu, which is a very niche reference, I get, but maybe someone else will get it. Dan James curls that one in towards the front post, headed away by Vardy. Bad corner, really. It's going to be a throw into Leeds. Didn't beat the first man there, which is something that we've struggled with over the years, but Dan James really just needed to put a bit more on that corner. Sam Byram has the throw in though. Gives it to Kamara and then back to Byram, and then a little flick from Georginio, and Leeds can't quite keep the ball, but the ball goes back to Rodon from that tackle. Ball into Georginio. Does well to get the ball around the corners to Dan James. Dan James then still keeps hold of the ball somehow and gets the ball. Bloody hell, it was a long way back to Rodon. And he's going to have to start the move again. You'll notice how when one of our defenders has the ball, one of our centre backs, the other one drops deep and just gives them an option so that they've always got a pass to make. Georginio tries to play the ball to Somerville and does so, and Ricardo Pereira's missed that one. And now Pirro in the box. Pirro's shot is saved there by Hermansen, and now Archie Gray with it. Archie Gray into Dan James inside the box. Dan James is cross cut out and Leeds recycle possession again. Back to Ampadu. Ampadu tries to get the ball through to Georginio, but now the ball with Dan James. Dan James shoots left-footed, blocked by Vestergaard and away again, this time by Mavididi. Good tackle there from Ampadu, and now Georginio with the ball up against James Justin. Georginio goes this way and then goes that way. Defended well there by Justin. Comes back to Ampadu. Ampadu across to Kamara, then back to Ampadu. Leeds piling on the pressure here. Kamara goes past his man, does really well. Gets the ball around the corners to Dan James. Now Georginio on the edge of the box, tries to shoot, curls one low into the goalkeeper's grasp there. And Leeds' attack comes to an end. Woof, that was very frantic, and Leeds nearly fashioned a good enough opportunity to score. Pirro's shot, good save by Hermansen, and then Leeds never get a good enough chance to score after that. Yeah, the shot wasn't enough, but Leeds now have the ball back through Joe Rodon. Joe Rodon's gone past a couple of players and given the ball back to Pascal Struijk, which is back where he came from. But that's the instruction that he's been given, obviously. Joe Rodon with a lovely line-cutting pass to Pirro, and then back to Archie Gray. Down the line to James, and it's been cut out there by James Justin. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. I feel like I just am improving with practice. But I do feel that professional commentators must go through a lot of water, because the amount I talk when I'm doing these streams, I have to drink because my throat just gets so dry from talking this much. Iheanacho is warming up, by the way, for Leicester City. So he is probably going to replace Jamie Vardy. Thanks, Karen. Rob saying prediction, if we don't score by the 75th minute, we will lose to a late Leicester winner. Oh, don't say that, Rob. I kind of get what you mean, though, the later into this game. It could go either way, to be honest. The later it gets, it could just take one goal to win the game. So let's hope it does, and let's hope it's a Leeds goal. James Justin, ball down the line. Then Rodon into Archie Gray. Archie Gray's pass cut out by Mavididi, but it's going to be a Leeds throw in. Thanks, Raven. Archie Gray then with this throw in just by the halfway line, about on the Leeds side of it. Georginio coming short as an option, but he goes to Dan James. Dan James goes past James Justin and gets the ball out wide, nearly to Somerville. I like the idea, but Dan James just hasn't quite got the left foot to be able to make that pass. Kamara caught Cassidy there, just inside the Leicester City half. It's going to be a free kick to them. Yeah, Iheanacho getting his strip on ready now to come on. Vestergaard. Pirro picks up the ball though. 2 minutes to go. 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 2 Now Somerville with a chance to run it out fast again. This time he's going to come inside again and gets the ball to Georginio, and what a tackle that is by Justin. Really, really good play from Leeds, but Justin gets a really good tackle in there, and Georginio knows how close he was to being one-on-one there. This has been an excellent display from a defensive point of view. Both teams defending so well. Leeds are going to have another chance to whip the ball in this time. I don't know if it's Dan James again. No, it's Somerville this time. He's played short. And now Kamara with a chance to get the ball to Dan James on the edge of the box. Dan James shoots, deflected. It's going to be another corner to Leeds. Corner from the other side then. Looks like it might be Dan James who goes and takes this one. Yeah, it is. Come on, Dan. Beat the first man. Get it on the penalty spot. One arm up. Gets the ball into the box. Headed. Yes! Come on! Get in. Get in. Is it Georginio? I don't know who scored, but I don't care. Leeds United 1. Leicester City 0. Come on. Get in. Georginio, I think it was. 3 goals and 5 assists now this season. Georginio. What a man. So Dan James curls this one in. Good header there by Byram. Good save. Really good save from Hermansen as the ball just drops straight back to Georginio and he blasts it in. Well, blasts it in. He just taps it in, really. But yes, being alive to it. If you actually look across the line there, there's 3 Leeds players ready to tap it in and no Leicester players there at all. I was in the Leicester watch-along and told them that Rutter would destroy them. They all laughed. You can go back now. Actually, don't, because I want you to stay here. Kick-off again then. Kelechi Iheanacho has come on for Jamie Vardy, who obviously will be sent back to the nursing home now for the rest of the night. Oh my God, have Leicester still got Willy Caballero on the bench? Isn't he about 60? Will be a heart attack time in the last 30 minutes. Ball over the top here to Iheanacho, and Joe Rodon's been fouled by him, and Leeds win the free kick and frustrated. Leicester will probably get more frustrated the more this goes on at 1-0 down. It was a really good movement and header from Byram. Let's not forget about that. Byram obviously scored that goal. Was it against Watford where he scored that header from a corner? I think as well, his movement on that one and his header was actually really good. It was a really good save by Hermansen, but then obviously it went straight back to Georginio. Dan James now with the ball up towards the final third. Ball into Georginio's feet, and Dan James nearly took that ball with him through on goal. Ampadu with a lovely touch there. And now Somerville's going to have to go backwards here. Oh no, he takes it with him. Up against Fatawu. Ball back to Ampadu. Then Kamara. Georginio, though, tackled. Ooh. Pass back to the goalkeeper there. Joel Pirot was trying to track it down, but couldn't quite. Pascal Struijk then gets the ball back to... Pascal Struijk gets the ball back to Meslier. And then the ball is sent long. And Vestergaard can pick it up and start things again for Leicester City. Leicester City 0, Leeds United 1 then. Come on, Leeds. You can hear the Leeds fans in full voice now. We'll follow our team. We're Leeds United. We rule supreme. Georginio couldn't quite get the ball around the corner, but now Kamara loses out there to Dewsbury Hall. But then Dan James picks it up, and now Pirot gets the ball out wide to Somerville. He's a bit behind Somerville, so he has to readjust and go and get the ball. Somerville goes through a couple of players, gets the ball into Dan James. Dan James is going to have to look for an option here. Keeps it, though. Back to Kamara. Really good work there from Somerville, but just couldn't really come to anything because Dan James couldn't take it with him. Rodon. Now to Strouk. I think you have to, if you're making substitutions, you have to keep Somerville on the pitch in this game because him and Georginio have been excellent. Pascal Strouk. Back to Meslier. Need one more. Yeah, if we can get another one and protect it. Joe Rodon. Back to Meslier. Meslier clears that one just as he was being pressed. And that's going to actually be a Leeds throw-in the Leicester half there. Does that count as an assist to Byram? I actually don't know. I always wonder that. It'll certainly go down as a sort of shot-creating action. Like, it'll show that he's got, like, the pre-assist, if you will. Stop showing me the Leicester manager and show me the football. There we go. Meslier. Pirot for Bamford might be a good shout. Potentially, yeah. Meslier sends that one over the halfway line. Way over the halfway line. It goes all the way through to the keeper, in fact. Pirot for Bamford might be a good shout. I don't know if I already read that out, but yeah, I could see how it would be, yeah. But I feel like Pirot's got a goal in him tonight, you know. If it drops to him now, I think he's going to score. Farke will bring Ayling or Cooper. Oh, no, don't say that, Jeff. Please don't. Kamara. Ampadu's down here, but Leeds are playing on. Dan James goes forward. Looking for an option. Inside to Georginio. Tries to get the ball through to Dan James and can't quite. Leicester don't have to put the ball out because Leeds never did, so why would they? Just because there's a counter-attack, and now Joe Rodon does put the ball out. Oh, I think he's gone over on his ankle there, Ampadu. Oh, yeah. That could be ligaments. That could be ligaments the way it went, the way it's like overstretched. But I don't know if it went far enough to do that. No, if you watch it back, his right foot, when he stepped forward with his right foot and nobody was anywhere near it, and the foot, like, so imagine this is the sole of his foot and this is the top of his foot. It went like this and like twisted, like, so his legs like this, and it went like that and twisted underneath it. Now that is something that often happens when players do their ligaments, but he didn't go on it that much, so it could just be a tweak or a little sprain or something. We don't know. But honestly, I don't know what happens if we have to bring on Gruev for Kamara. Ampadu. No, he's walking off the pitch, Ampadu. He's limping a little bit, but he's walking off the pitch, so hopefully it's just sort of an impact thing. Chowdhury is warming up. Chowdhury's warming up for Leicester. I couldn't see his face, but I could just see his afro, so I knew who it was. Pirot is actually having to sit in as a central midfielder now, as Ampadu's not on the pitch. And Ampadu, I think he's getting ready to come back on. Ball out wide to Mavididi, up against Gray, and he's going to go back inside again, this time to Harry Winks. Then to Ricardo Pereira, and then Cassidy is going to go all the way back to Fass on the halfway line. Ampadu's being allowed back on the pitch now, everybody, so he is on, so don't worry about that. Harry Winks now. Vestergaard. Now Wout Fass. He's going to... Oh, he's been tackled there by Ethan Ampadu. And Ethan Ampadu's at a full tilt sprinting now, so I think he's okay. He's forced him to go back to the goalkeeper. Dewsbury Hall. Back to Vestergaard. Good tackle there by Somerville. International breaks are boring and scary. And that is why I started that new series, so that you'd have something to watch on a Wednesday night in an international break. Chowdhury is now come on the pitch for Cassidy, I think. Thinking of Ampadu injury, yeah. Yeah, I feel like it may be one of those ones where he can play on for tonight, but then he's out for a week or so. But let's hope that that's obviously over the international break. Dewsbury Hall comes forward with it. Comes inside. And then goes outside to Mavididi. Up against Archie Gray. Trying to look for a chance to get the ball into the box, but can't, so he has to get it to Winks. Winks into Justin, then back out to Mavididi. Archie Gray looking to try and get a foot in here, but then Mavididi has to go back to Winks and then out wide. Winks sprays the ball to Fatawu. Then Fass. Then Vestergaard. Then Justin. Back to Fass. Somerville doing his defensive duties. I can see him in position there in the left-back role. He's up against Fatawu now. And then the ball into Chowdhury. That brings Kamara forward, and then Somerville does his defensive job and clears that one away. Hi, Chris. Hey up, Mr. 3-0 pessimistic. Yeah, but to be fair, I think I said I think we're going to start slowly, and that's what would have killed us. But we really haven't. We had a great start, didn't we? So I was really impressed with the way that we came out the blocks. Fatawu now up against Somerville. Somerville again in that defensive position, and Somerville again making the tackle. Good lad, Somerville. That's what we love to see. Doing his defensive dog work as well as his excellent attacking play. Somerville has been excellent tonight. Chowdhury has to go backwards there, all the way to the halfway line where Fass can take it. Then give it to Vestergaard. Yeah, hopefully we can counter-attack and score. Yeah, no, I'm only kidding, Chris. Oh, just 1 second. Winks now with the ball. Winks is going to try and look for an option. He goes wide to James Justin. Now, oh, good ball into the box. An excellent tackle from Rodon. It's gone out for a throw-in. Just a friendly dig out. We've come out both halves on fire, which we've been missing so far this season. Yeah, absolutely. Now Winks. Now Wout Fass. Then Fatawu back to Fass again. Then to Chowdhury. Across to James Justin. Leeds sitting deeper and deeper here, trying to stop Leicester having any chance to get inside the box. Hearing a sulking Don Goodman is joyous. He was giving us a bit of credit then, to be fair, saying that we were defending really well, doubling up on the wingers. A great tackle there from Sam Byram. First order of business in the window is paying the 15 for Rodon. Yeah, but I don't know if we'd rather... We can't spend that much money, so what we could do is spend that money on a number 10 and a left back. Dewsbury Hall with the corner then. Flicked on, then headed away by Rodon, and then Winks takes it out wide. Winks cuts back inside and has a look. Gives the ball to Dewsbury Hall, and Dewsbury Hall's going to go out wide to Fatawu. Somerville and Georginio are up against him. He tries to flick it out to the edge where Dewsbury Hall can pick it up, tries to play a ball into Mavididi, but Dan James and Archie Gray can take that one away, and now Leeds have possession again. Now Ampadu turns and spins and gives the ball to Strauch. Kamara. Rutter was taken down then, but now Leeds have a chance to counter-attack. Kamara with the ball. And now Leeds are being counter-attacked on themselves. Dewsbury Hall with the ball. Now Mavididi on the left-hand side up against Archie Gray and Dan James. Doubling up on him. Goes towards the back post. Volleyed way over the bar by Fatawu. Good defending there from Leeds and forcing him to cross it long, and in the end it was an okay chance winger to winger with the cross, but it was just volleyed way over the bar. Difficult chance to score. Now Rodon. He's going to have to send that one long down the wing. Georginio's going to chase it down, but it's going to go all the way back to Hermansen. Long ball forward. And now Ricardo Pereira, tackled by Pirro, but keeps hold of the ball. Ricardo Pereira's had a really good game tonight. Goes back to Hamza Chowdhury. Now Chowdhury into Winks. Now Fatawu out on the right-hand side up against Sam Byram. Somerville needs to get back and help him. Fatawu's ball right over to the back post where Mavididi can pick it up in the corner by the corner flag. Archie Gray up against Mavididi. He goes past him and he's going to have a chance to get the ball into the box here to Iheanacho. Leeds are going to have to try and stop this here. Chowdhury goes out wide to Fatawu. Fatawu on the corner of the box on the right-hand side. Looks to try and go past Byram, but Byram forces him to go backwards to Winks. And now Winks is going to try and get the ball into the box. Nice little flick. And now the ball with Iheanacho shoots and blocked by Ampadu. Out to Chowdhury, who heads it back to Fass and then back towards the halfway line where Vestergaard can start the play again. Now, a nice little flick around the corner, and then Dewsbury Hall tries to get the ball in the box, but blocked by Ampadu. It's going to go for a Leicester corner, and the Leicester fans get out their absolute tin pot clappers and spin them around. Corner then from Dewsbury Hall about to come in. Dan James is marking the short option, which is Mavididi. Ball into the box from the corner, headed away by Strauch to the edge. And now Fatawu's in, and Leeds can clear the ball. Archie Gray into Kamara, and then Somerville. Somerville pokes it round the corner towards Dan James. Leeds have got a real chance to counter-attack here. Dan James breaking up against Ricardo Pereira. Dan James breaking towards the box. Comes inside, tries to shoot, curled, saved by Hermansen there. Good counter-attack from Leeds, but Leicester are going to have a chance to come again here. Mavididi trying to go past Archie Gray, and Archie Gray tackles him and keeps the ball in play. Excellent work from Archie Gray. Inside to Georginio Rutter. Georginio Rutter just outside the box. Nutmegs a player and wins a free kick there. Leeds are so good on the counter-attack, but God, is it hard to keep up with. My heart is going to, honestly... This might ever be the first heart attack live on stream. Dan James, he did the right thing there because he didn't really have the option to do anything else. There wasn't room, and he had to cut inside and shoot, and obviously it's on his weaker left foot. But he just had to test the goalkeeper, and he did, so there's not much else he could have asked from him there. Leeds have a free kick, though, here. About 35 yards out, I'd say. Maybe 32, 33 yards out. Dan James stands over this, so it looks like it's going to be a cross into the box rather than a shot. Dan James prepares to take. Curls it towards the back post. Headed on, and then it's going to be a goal kick there, even though it did come off Sam Byram's left hand. Thanks, Kevin. Be still my beating heart. Ever the poet, Martin. Hermansen now with the ball. Hermansen now. Sends that one long. And Winks has just sort of like booted it straight up in the air there. And Strauch's cleared it, but now Pereira's picked it up. Fatawu now with the ball on the right-hand side. Cuts it back to Winks. Winks back to Fatawu. And back to Winks again. Chowdhury's now an option. Winks tries to go forward, but Iheanacho's going to have to go back. Sorry, that wasn't Iheanacho. that was something else. I can't really tell because the footage isn't that great. Iheanacho now with it, and now Archie Gray plays the ball to Joel Pirro. And now Sam Byram tries to play one over the top for Somerville, and he does, and Somerville can't quite take it under his spell, and he's going to have to get in front of Winks here and try and protect it. And I think it's actually a Leicester City throw-in. Unlucky there from Leeds. My heart is a flutter because of Rutter. Some tired legs starting to appear, yeah. That's a handball, surely. I thought he flicked it up and touched it with his hand there, but Fatawu is out on the right-hand side looking for an option. Ricardo Pereira overlaps him, but he doesn't give it to him, and he gives it back inside instead to James Justin, and who goes back to Vestergaard and Fass, who are inside the centre circle in the Leeds half. Now Chowdhury. Now Fass into Iheanacho, who's come deep for the ball. Out wide now to Fatawu. Fatawu tries to clip one towards the back post, and Archie Gray's going to cleverly let that out for a goal kick there. Well done, Archie. Clever, mature play from Archie and Meslier, who have a combined age of about 37. 37, 38, something like that. Archie's fine, yeah. I'm not sure I want to see Nonto, you know. He's not been great in recent weeks. Ampadu is brought down there by Winks from behind as Leeds tried to play the ball out, and Leicester tried to press on that. No lead substitutions as of yet, and that is the lineup still at this point, if you want to check that on the screen now. If you're going to bring Nonto on it, it'd have to be for Dan James, because Somerville's having too much of a good game. Meslier sends that one long over the halfway line. Winner by Georginio, and then Pirro tries to keep it but doesn't, and the ball goes to Fass and then to Hermansen, who plays it out riskily for Leicester, and now James Justin can clip that one up towards the halfway line. Archie Gray challenges for it, and Ethan Ampadu wins it. Then back to Ampadu and back to Rodon again, and the ball back to Justin instead, and now Leicester have the ball again with the goalkeeper. Hamza Chowdhury is almost dropping into centre-back at times. Now Iheanacho. Chowdhury goes to Vestergaard. Bamford's apparently warming up. Now Somerville, as Pirro cuts that one out, Somerville has the ball and drives forward with it. Now he gets it to Kamara. Kamara inside to Georginio, but his pass is cut out there by Fass, and Leicester are trying to come forward with it through Ricardo Pereira. Leeds have got plenty of players back, but they just need to be careful here. Fatawu cuts inside, halfway inside the Leeds United half, and tries to play a long ball out wide to his opposite number, Mavididi. Now Dewsbury Hall tries to get a ball around the corner, and Dan James pokes that away from him, and it's actually going to be a Leicester corner. Just, Martin, now is not the time. But it does look like Bamford is ready to come on, you know. Short corner from Leicester, and Mavididi tries to get the ball in towards the back post. Headed on by Rodon, flicked out for another corner. Leeds need to be careful here, they don't get caught. I think, I don't necessarily agree, Dale. I think it's actually very even, and I think it looks like we're the two best sides in the division, to be honest. Corner comes in, headed away by Rodon. This time, bit of a miscommunication, and Leeds can get the ball away. Now the ball with Ricardo Pereira and Hermansen, and Dan James trying to press them a little bit, and he's going to go back to his position now as Georginio and Pirro and Somerville and all his other attacking mates join. Now Winks. Ilya Gruev apparently is warming up. And I've only seen him once, but, I mean, this is a bit of a baptism of fire again, isn't it? Bringing him on in this game and expecting him to do something defensively well. Maybe it's just taking an attacker out and adding him in there to make a midfield 3. Now Kamara leads with a chance to break now. Over the halfway line where Georginio can pick up the ball. He's carrying the ball pretty slowly, looking for options to join him. Now he turns it on a little bit and goes past a few players, and he's been brought down there, but apparently it's not a foul, and the ball with Fass as he can start again. Ricardo Pereira goes forward to Iheanacho. Out wide to Fatawu. Fatawu coming over the halfway line now. Now Ricardo Pereira. Ricardo Pereira on the edge of the box, trying to get a chance to shoot, but really good interception by Ampadu there. And the long ball's gone forward. Hamza Chowdhury, the ball into Winks. Just inside the Leicester half. He fires it round to Fatawu, who has to go backwards here. Now Fass into Winks. Winks across to Vestergaard. Vestergaard to Pereira and bounce straight back to Vestergaard again. Chowdhury into Iheanacho, and Iheanacho picks it up, takes it back to the halfway line again and looks for an option. Goes out to James Justin. Long ball, long raking ball out wide to Fatawu. Fatawu up against Byram, tries to shoot. Byram blocks it this time. Dan James is going to try and win that header, and Leeds managed to clear the ball through Ampadu. Georginio now picks it up. Oh, Georginio's been fouled there by Winks. It's going to be a Leeds free kick just inside the Leeds half, just as I think Leeds are preparing to make some substitutions. Farker is slow with his subs, but I think in this game, the way that we were playing, I think it would have been a mistake to try and change things up because it might have ruined our flow. Patrick Bamford and Ilya Gruev are coming on. Rutter and Pirro are both coming off. Bamford's going to go on up front. I think it's going to be a 4-3-3. Dave Powell saying, watching from rural Thailand at 4:40 in the morning. Great commentary, but I am having a heart attack. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, appreciate you joining us. Yes, so am I. So am I. We're all in the same boat here as Leeds fans. Ilya Gruev has come on in the midfield then, and Bamford's gone up front on his own with Dan James and Somerville either side of him. All the Leeds fans singing to Georginio. Kamara challenging for the ball with Ricardo. Then Gruev goes in for a shoulder barge, and apparently it's a foul. It's going to be a Leicester free kick just outside their own box. 5 minutes plus added time then left to go in this game. I mean, it's such a shame, isn't it? Because if we win this game, we lost against Stoke. And it's just like, well, bloody hell, we beat the best team in the league. Or we could beat the best team in the league. Yet we couldn't beat Stoke. Fatawu now up against Byram. Fatawu looking to get the ball in the boxes. Iheanacho blocked really well by Joe Rodon that time. I think it actually hit him in the face. Leicester with the ball into the box, and Ampadu clears this one. Now Somerville with a chance to go past Chowdhury. He does go past Chowdhury. Somerville breaking over the halfway line. It's a very good tackle from Hamza Chowdhury, I must say. And Ricardo Pereira picks up the ball. Somerville stays down after that counter-attack tackle. Now Fatawu out on the right-hand side up against Archie Gray. Good tackle there by Archie Gray. And it's going to go out for a Leicester City throw-in. The ball's out of play now, so Somerville can get some attention. Yeah, Somerville was brought down then, but it was a really good tackle by Chowdhury, I think. And if it has hurt him, we have got Nonto or Anthony who can come on in that left wing position. Somerville's back on his feet. Nonto has warmed up, or he's getting warmed up. He's getting stripped off. Now James Justin goes back to the halfway line. Well, just inside the Leeds half, actually, with Vestergaard. Vestergaard to Fass. Fass is going to play down the line to Fatawu, but he's going to have to go back to Fass, back across the halfway line. Leeds preparing to bring Wilfred Nonto on. James Justin. Long ball out wide to Fatawu and headed by Sam Byram. Somerville. Whoa, Chowdhury and Somerville fighting each other now. Chowdhury's having a right go at Somerville there. Somerville threw him to the ground, I think, because Chowdhury would not let go of him. I don't know what happened there, and the referee, I don't think the referee would have seen it, so there's no VAR to go back and look at it. I think they're just both going to get a yellow card. Or Somerville is going to get a yellow card. I don't know why. Chowdhury's not going to get one. He just got up and squared up to him. Referee's telling Vestergaard to go away. I don't know what it's got to do with Ricardo Pereira, or is it just because he's the captain? Yeah, and he's going to get Chowdhury to book him as well. Fair enough. I want to see it back, though, because I don't know what happened. I think Chowdhury just kept hold of him. I think Chowdhury was just grabbing onto him as they were trying to make a run. Yeah, Somerville tried to get rid of the ball, and then Chowdhury... Yeah, Chowdhury's just holding his head and squeezing his head. And when Somerville's hair's done that tightly, that must hurt. And then Somerville, Jesus, he just body slammed him to the floor. Body slammed the ref, Somerville. God, this is stressful. Not going to be able to sleep tonight. I'm just going to be lying there with a fast beating heart. Somerville making way then for his very good friend Wilfred Nonto. We're into the 89th minute, or the 90th minute actually. Vestergaard. Ball down the line to Fatawu, and it's gone out for a Leeds goal kick. And the ball boy goes and gets it. It was a great tackle from Chowdhury at the other end, to be fair. It was a brilliant challenge. There's not really much point time wasting anymore, is there? Because they're just going to add on bloody 10 minutes injury time. I don't know why I've done that. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to hit the sub one. Let's get rid of that and then hit the sub one. Oh, bloody hell. There. 90th minute now. There you go. That's the added time. 6 minutes added on. Joe Rodon wins that header. Goes forward to Fass. Now Kamara. Now Dan James is going to try and ping that one towards Kamara again. Kamara flicks it onto Bamford. Bamford inside the box. Bamford nearly goes through, but it's taken away by Chowdhury then. He was offside. He was offside. Oh, I don't know what's going on anymore. I keep pressing buttons because I'm so nervous. Archie Gray, I think, has hurt himself there. Or hurt himself. Thanks, Paul. Really appreciate it. Wout Fass. Ball to Harry Winks. Now to Fatawu. Comes back inside to Chowdhury, but it's a bad pass and it's gone past him. But luckily for Leicester, James Justin comes across and clears that one up. Now ball into Iheanacho. Ilya Gruev with a great challenge. Now the ball out to Dan James. Turns on it. Up against Vestergaard. Cuts inside. Goes past a couple of players. Then gets the ball to Kamara, who drops it back into Ampadu. Ampadu tries to play that one right into the corner, where Bamford's going to go and get it. Now Patrick Bamford with the ball. Patrick Bamford's going to try and hold it in the corner there for Leeds. Oh, he's kicked the ball against Vestergaard, but luckily for Leicester, they've got it back again. Now Winks with the ball. 92 minutes have gone here. Winks with the ball forward into Fatawu. Fatawu with a long raking ball over to the opposite side, but it's gone too far for Mavididi, and Archie Gray can just let that one roll out for a Leeds goal kick. Thanks, Karen. Oh, don't bring Ayling on. Ah! Bringing on Ayling and Jayden Anthony. Jayden Anthony is going to come on for Dan James. Dan James slowly walking off the pitch. I mean, you would, wouldn't you? Archie Gray as well going to come off, I think, for Luke Ayling. Yeah, Luke Ayling on. Come on, Ayling, score or something. We're underway again. Meslier, long ball forward. I'll talk about that in a minute. As soon as the final whistle goes, we could talk about that. But at the moment, we just need to concentrate on the fact that Vestergaard has the ball, carries it towards the Leeds half, and goes all the way back to his goalkeeper there. Just over 2 minutes left. Vestergaard with it to James Justin. Then back to Vestergaard again. And then through to Ricardo Pereira. Nice little 1-2 with Iheanacho. Now he's going to go wide to Fatawu. Nonto's have to come up against him. Fatawu tries to clip it towards the back post. Ayling. Oh my God. Ayling tried to head it away, but it was saved out of the top corner by Meslier. Oh my God. Now Mavididi tries to come in, and now Nonto can whack that one long. Go on, get rid of it. Oh, he's tried to flick it down the line. And now Jayden Anthony can win a Leeds United throw-in halfway inside the Leeds United half. It was a cross to the back post. Dewsbury Hall headed it, and Meslier, what a save out of the top corner. What a save from Meslier that was. I love that, man. What a save. Dewsbury Hall with a flick round the corner. Joe Rodon's going to have to get this one right. He's going to try to send it long, but he's only sent it to a Leicester player, and then Strout can luckily clear up, and Bamford wins that header. Now the ball to Fass. 1 minute to go. Ball with Fatawu out on the right-hand side. Fatawu up against Nonto. He's going to try and cross the ball into the box. Headed away this time by Anthony. Now Winks picks it up, and Anthony manages to tackle him. And then Anthony manages to... Anthony tackles Mavididi there. He got the ball. I know he got the ball, and it's gone down as a foul and a free kick to Leicester City. Oh, God. Free kick then for Leicester City. Leeds have defended so well so far this game. Can they defend well one last time? James Justin, the ball into the box. Oh, terrible free kick. It's gone over absolutely everyone. It's going to be a Leeds goal kick. Come on, Leeds. All the Leicester fans are leaving the seats already. Leeds about to take the goal kick. Meslier taking his sweet time. What a save that was from Meslier, by the way. Saved it onto the post out of the top corner. What a save. Meslier to send this one long. Over the halfway line. Referee hasn't blown yet. Goes all the way back to Hermansen. He's sent it to Justin. He should have probably sent it along then. Now Justin's going to carry it towards the halfway line. Oh, he still played it right across to Fass. Surely as a Leicester fan, you're fuming with that. Now Fass tries to play it forward. Then cleared by Strauch. Then Ilya Gruev manages to get the ball away. Yes! What a result that is. What a result that is. Leeds United have beaten Leicester City. Oh, what a result that is. Leeds United have beaten Leicester City. 1-0 it's finished. What a performance that is. Leeds United 1, Leicester City 0. Unbelievable. Oh, wow. I enjoyed that free kick a lot. Yeah, so did I. The field goal is good. Paul Lucas saying, great stream, Max. Enjoy your birthday weekend and a good weekend to everybody in the chat. Thanks, Paul. Really appreciate that. Thanks, Akira, for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Thanks so much. CB Preacher saying, you did this, Max. CB saying, yes, get in. John Garside saying, boom, great result. Karen saying, clean sheet, 3 points, get in. Best team in the world, Dale Steele saying, good work. Cheers, Max. Thanks, Nick. Great 3 points. Yeah, fantastic. What a win. So good. Farker, my man. What a save by Meslier. Yeah, Brill. Hell of a save from Meslier for all 3 points. Great game. Enjoy your day, Max. Thanks, not this guy. Leeds. That's it. Nice commentary. Thanks to everybody who's joined me. I really, really appreciate that. Wow. What a result that is. What an absolute result that is. Leeds United 1, Leicester City 0. Excellent result. 3 points away from home at the King Power. Who would have predicted that? Well done, Leeds. Well done, Georginio, for scoring that. And yes, bloody hell. What a roller coaster ride that was. Sorry, let's go back to the live chat. Yes, thanks everybody so much for joining me. Great result. Somebody said, who do I think was the best player of the game? I will talk about that in my max reaction, but instantly, I'm thinking Somerville for me. But defensively, we were so solid everywhere. I think Ampadu deserved some... Ampadu's deserved some credit as well for what he did. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to do a match reaction now, so that'll be on the channel. I know you've all seen me here, but yeah, thanks so much, everybody, and I shall see you next time on Leeds Lately.